Go live. Hello, welcome to Lazy Mini Painting. Hopefully I'm live now. I thought I clicked it a minute ago and I've just been chatting away to myself, but yeah. Sorry I'm late. I'm still running a little bit late. There's actually things that I'm trying to do and for some reason I can't function for some reason. I just can't do the basic things that I would normally be able to do quite easily. There he is. Paste that, send that to him. And tell him what the password is. I have no idea if that was actually visible on screen. All this can be visible on screen. I have no idea if anyone's even in here watching me. No, my keyboard is not visible on screen. That's good. There we go. I am really bad. Where are my headphones? See, this is how bad it is. My headphones are attached to my tube. So the person who I've just messaged will even show up. I'll go from there because now I can have contact. Different. I'm not used to that yet. Good evening, Ali. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Wet palette is set up though, although you could probably do with a slight bit of a top up. Just a little bit. My sound is down. How about now? Although that should resolve, hopefully, any lagging issues between this and me, because I am running me back through Video Ninja because I realise I can't have guests unless I'm running Video Ninja and they can't hear me unless I'm on there. So, yeah, I've got to be running through Video Ninja, and unless it's something I've switched on the microphone, which I don't think. Whoa, that's just did not like that. That did not like that at all. Whoa. Good evening, Graham. Is that better? I've just changed one of the switches on the back of the microphone, so it might actually be working better. So while I'm waiting for EB to turn up, because I believe he does want to actually build a model tonight. He wants to build a model. I should have the instructions for him here as well. So if he's wondering how he puts it together, I hopefully have the correct instructions for him here. But if you can let me know if my sound's been sorted out, that'll be wonderful. I've changed the switch. And yeah, hopefully it works. And hopefully I can still run guests as well, which is nice. So I do need some ivory because I need to dry brush both of these two models before I start. And well, as I'm not quite ready to start fully yet. Please. Jesus. Who needs actual words to communicate sometimes? Sparkles is amazing. I'm better now. Right, okay, so making that switch and excellent. Right, I need something to rub off for my dry brush. I could do something a little more porous than this. That'll do. Hopefully that'll do. And I only need a small dry brush for this one. Just a small dry brush. I forgot to wet my brush first. See, stupid things like that. Forgetting to wet your brush first. Good evening, Beacon. How you doing, mate? Yeah, I'm going to try. How the fuck do I resolve that issue? How do I add a chat box? I don't know how I add the chat box to the scene, and I want to know how to do that. Because that will make this a lot easier. Al, good evening, man. How? Wow. This is, yeah, you don't catch my later ones usually, do you? You usually come for the combat patrols. Good evening. Yeah, mate. Nice to see you in. Why have you retracted your message? Good evening. Good morning. Well, I'm not sure what time it is for you, but thanks for coming in. Yeah, I'm painting the little D&D characters tonight. And I've got a new camera, which means I can actually show these off a little bit better now. So I'm going to dry brush them just to help bring out that detail, so you'll see it all a little bit better in a minute. But yeah, it's the Magical World of Sparkles and Oak that I do on Thursdays. Yeah, Thursday? Is it Thursday today? I've completely forgot the day of the week. The nighttime ones are, I may be a bit different from the daytime ones, because the daytime ones I'm usually just waking up from a medication. And yeah, the nighttime ones I've usually just took my medication. So I may be slightly different, and I have more chance of having people up with me as well on the evening ones. So they do run sometimes a little differently. So here we go. Let's test this camera now. There we go. That's what. See, I've not been able to get them at this detail before. This is nice. I like this new camera. So this is going to be one of the ones that I'm painting this evening. And that one, when I went through the paint hall on Monday, I did find some nice paints, if you remember. So that one's going to be painted using the Incubi Darkness and the Stegadon Scale Green. So yeah, the Sharky color is going to be like that. I may just do that as skin tones and then just go nuts with the Shark Scale HUD with a completely different color, like fucking Thousand Suns Blue or something like that. But who knows? Yeah, Al, don't worry about spelling mistakes. Just kind of correct them and put an asterisk, and then we can figure it out ourselves. We're all right. Twisted, good evening. Thank you for coming in. I think as long as we can figure it out, we're fine. Now, this one's a lot more complicated, so I'm going to be lighter on the dry brush for it. But it's still going to need a dry brush because I want this one to actually have some nice, bright, pingy colours. So it's essentially the slap chop method set up, pretty much. And then rather than using speed paints, just use normal paints. And you still kind of get the same effect, but just not as much. So, I'm going to need more ivory. Fuck. Am I 5 minutes in? Yeah, I'm 10 minutes in. Awesome. I'm going to need a lot more ivory later on for this anyway, because I'm going to have to use it to tone the bloody skin tones and things. I've not decided if I want to try really tiny stippling type thing with some of the smaller cropper brushes, or if I actually want to do painting properly and try and layer it up. So I'll figure that out as I'm going along, as I usually bloody do. So how is everyone this evening? Because I've just been waffling shite since I've started this and saying hello to everybody. I hope you're all right. I hope you're having a nice evening. If you sat down painting with me, then excellent. if you're doing a bit of editing or a bit of gaming and you've got me on in the background, awesome. If you're watching me and you can actually see my face, I'm sorry. But you did that to yourself. I can be your bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. Oh, for fuck's sake, these two of you now. Oh, bollocks. Nope, that's it. No, I'm banning Perius. This is El's first time as well, and no. Don't you dare type the lyrics, Alec. Don't you dare type the lyrics. Oh, shit. I've fucking done myself in now, Anna. Don't you sit there chuckling either. He's got a bloody partner in crime to get me singing songs now. You're chuckling away in your background. I was thinking, what the fuck is he on about and what have I started? Yeah, so the second one that I'll be painting. This one, I want to be very pastel-y. So this is why I have, well, I want the main skin tone to be quite dark, which is why I'm going for Screamer Pink, even though it's one of the water creatures. You right, Lee? I didn't even spot you dropping in. How are you doing, mate? And that reminds me, I need to go check things. Yes, no. Right. Hopefully he'll message me on my phone so I know when he comes in. But, right, even though I'm doing the skin tones pink, the darker, at least the darker area is Screamer Pink. I do want to use some of this Emperor's Children on it. If it's, did I test this? Was this okay? I can't remember. That all won't work, Lee, because I just despise that's just not a God song. However, yeah, catchy songs that that can just get looped in your head and yeah, that's something different. You poked that little rage thing. You started that one. Well, you didn't start it, but you didn't help stop it. You could have just ignored. Taken those who thou deem lesser and do not engage with them more than necessary. Right, so Sharky one. We've done, actually, I can do something new now, can't I? Aha! Right, okay. I forgot I can do that. Sharky one. Now, this is the one where I wanted to use the two dark tones. Now, they are both very dark. He didn't do anything, Ali. In fact, he's doing something nice and he's doing something productive. He's just where he did it and who responded. He knew full well what was going to fucking happen. So, what song? What, Ali? What are you planning? I mean, I'm not going to stop you. Just give me a heads up. It's like when Twisted wants to use my channel and things off my channel to practice and do stuff. So yeah, go ahead. Just tell me, please. So yeah, I'm not. Which one's more? Because I've got two sets of sharks. I've got the 2 bodyguard sharks, and I've got this little one. I'm thinking that's actually the Incubi Darkness is actually going to be better for the 2 big tough guy sharks, because we've got to be more to paint on them. That's going to require it as a dark color, and I can tone it more in. So I'm going to put that to one side, and this one's going to be the Stegodon scale green. You know, if it needs medium, I have found some contrast medium, so I'm okay. Let's see if it works. Probably not. Who knows? But then if I do the skin tone this, what do I do for the color of the hoodie? Essentially the shark hoodie. It's a shark wearing a shark hoodie. It's weird. Or it's some kind of fish creature wearing a shark hoodie. Is that just thin that out way too much? Well, it did need thinning out because it was one of the ones that I think I needed to actually add a bit of medium to. And if I'm planning to do what I think I want to do, I'm going to need some of that up there anyway. That's way too much paint to what I'm going to do. Way more paint than what I needed, but this will be the last time I use this sheet, so fuck it. Fair enough. I think your shorts about me do better than any of my videos about me, which is weird. Thank you for doing them, though. Right, let's try and get some paint on the thing. Too many brushes. Which one do I use? Any that are easy to. No, it's a shape brush. I don't want anything that big. Oh, that one. Yeah, that one I'll do. Right. Whole point of zooming in is that it looks freaking closer. Can I zoom in any further? Right, yeah, right. Try and remind me not to move it from this position. Also, before I get into painting something, double check, make sure. Right, no, he's not turned up yet, so I'm all right. Yeah, this is going to get dangerous. The fact that having stuff different, yeah, no, this is going to get weird and dangerous. I've got the paint pot on the same side as my tea. The camera's flipped round, so I have to, yeah, my setup's weird now. It's strange. No worries, Ali. We'll see you soon. So see, I'm moving out the way of the camera. So that is really nice. So what's that one? That's a Stegodon scale green. That's a green. That does not. What people call green and what people call blue fucking bemuses me sometimes. Really, what it does, just like, what the fuck? No, that's not green. That's. No, that's green. No, that's blue, mate. That's blue. Which side did that come from? It came from a place where it's not usually anywhere else. I don't give a shit. Go away. I hate it when that happens. But I have to swipe it out of the way, otherwise it doesn't actually show me the shit that I actually need to know when it does. And sometimes it doesn't even notify me. Oh, one beep for 2 emails. Neither email did I want. Two thin coats, which is thank fuck for that. Because I can't pay one worth of fuck, but 2 a standard chance. But with a thin coat, you can kind of half blend it with a lighter colour next. Paint pot's over here now. Gotta remember, paint pot's over here now. Oh, cool. So it was Twisties make that order from you. Awesome. Please at least say that you told your mate about the discount code. Tell him about it for next time. Graham. Don't go poking that thing with all that stuff. It's not fun to make those that can only move around on skateboards. Make fun of those that can only move around on skateboards. It isn't. And when you have to live in your own basement, that's bad. I mean, it's going to be bad enough that she's going to turn me into Harry Potter. That's Sparkles' plan. She wants to turn me into Harry Potter and put me under the stairs. And I'm getting a little bit worried about how quickly the plans for this are speeding up. I really am. You see. You see. Right. Now I need a lighter tone of that. Mixing brush. Well, fucking general purpose everything brush. It's a synthetic, so it's lasted ages. A little bit of ivory into the same green. And mix a bit more of the green in. And go back for a little bit of ivory. And just, yeah, make a lighter version. If I can. I seem to be having trouble with this one. At least trying to get a somewhat mid-tone with it as well, if I can. Doesn't seem to be working though. Trying to mix through to give me a fucking mid-tone. Yeah. Damn it. Right. I'll have to do it without it. I'll have to just use the light colour. Fine. I do also have another fun new toy to try tonight as well, which is manga pens. So I'm guessing they're supposed to be like paint pens, but they've got a fine line on them. So when it comes to the stupid little things like the mouths on these, I might actually be able to draw them in rather than having to try and paint them in with a ridiculously fine brush, which would be nice. Because let's face it, they're very fucking small. So I want the light colour underneath, kind of like a sharp wood. I'm struggling to get that tone in, and trying to feather it in some of the other areas is not easy. I know it's a bit of a cliche going for the blue colour in water, but the other one's going to be pink. So I think I'm all right. And it shouldn't blend into the seabeddy area like the little creature's going to. Because they did realise that after I painted him that he is going to essentially blend in with the seabed because he's pretty much the same colour. So once I've done the skin on this one, which we still don't have a name for, suggestions in the Discord, please. We still don't have a name for a boy, girl. I don't know yet, actually. We don't even know if it's a boy or a girl or a shark, but it's got no class at the minute. And I don't mean you can't take it to a restaurant and it's going to show you up. I mean, it has no Dungeons and Dragons class. No name. At the moment, it is an NPC. Every character's worst nightmare. To become an NPC. Some people in this world are NPCs. Is that a message to say that I should have gone and checked that? No, it's not. Right, okay, well. That is fine.
Looks like a girl.
Say again, sorry?
It's a girl.
It's a girl? Okay. Oh, this is your world that I'm creating, so this is a female. So any suggestions on names, class for said female, please let me know in the Discord. Just reply to the picture and it should let me know which one you're on about. Why have I got a feeling you're going to make the bright pink one a boy? Don't smile at me like that. Well, it's not going to be bright pink, but still, you know, if it looks like a boy, then fair enough, but I don't think it will. All right, so hopefully the shading between the two is actually visible. Even on the hands, I hope. Wait a minute, where's the rotation? So it's slightly darker on the back of the hand than it is on the light of the hand. And there is a difference on the face as well as underneath along the tail. This camera's being a bit of an ass. Right, I'm missing something. What the hell is going on? Have I been missing messages? I don't think so. For some reason, it starts off showing me top chat, and it doesn't just show me the full live chat, and I don't know why. What was it that was ordered, by the way, Graham? I can't remember. Oh, so should I say twisted? Because Graham cannot divulge the information like that, because that's seller client confidentiality. However, it's Twisted and Twisted mates telling him, "Yeah, I got this shit sent from England. Look, stop." So Twisted, what did he order? Yeah, I know, but I don't think I've missed anything, unless it doesn't show it up. Al, if you've said anything and I've missed it, I'm sorry, because it does look like Ali's been talking to you, and I'm right. I'm really confused now. Graham's going off on all sorts of. I think Graham's having an accountant meltdown or an accounting meltdown, one or the other. Just a warning, stay away from your local tax offices. And if you work for HMRC, please do not turn into work tomorrow. Ah, fair enough. Right. So while I think about the cloak and hoodie for her, I get to start on this one. Now, this one's a little more ostentatious when it comes to clothes.
That's not what you were doing.
What? No.
Right. Okay.
No. I was doing a little shark, right?
Shark.
The shark one, right? Do you want the shark one to be a boy or a girl?
Boy.
That's a boy, right? So Sparkles has changed her mind now because she wasn't paying a fucking attention. The shark in the Discord for the D&D characters for this. The shark is a boy. Okay. The one with the big tiara and the dress is a girl. And that's the pink one. The pink one's a girl, the blue one, and the one that I've been doing all night with. Is there on screen in front of you.
Know,
and they're right in front of you on the desk.
It's not very clear.
You're saying that's not clearer?
It's clearer, but still.
Good evening, Mick. Good evening. Before I came on, mate, which is why I was slightly late. But thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. See, Mick turns up. Mick's on. Mick turns up. Mick, I'm going to need you to help me, mate. If she throws me out, I'm coming to stay on your couch. So, I wish the base color to be that pink. And this has got. This is one of the advantages to doing models like this. Although I do have to take a lot more pictures, so I can put all the other characters in, pin them all up at the top, and then everyone can say what they think about them. Or do it in one of them tabby things. I'll find some way of doing it, but yeah. It's the freedom of, I've got choice of colour. And as long as you don't go nuts and start naming specific colours and just go, yeah, no, that one should be brownish, and that one should be green, that one should be blue, red, yellow, pink, purple, and keep it as a rough base colour. Even slight shades off isn't too far off as long as you don't name specifics. Like, yeah, you've got to use that exact one from that exact range, and it's the only way you'll ever get that colour. It's like, I don't have that one. Then have freedom with these just to paint them whichever color I wish. I look at it and go, no, I want that color. I think that color would look good. And as far as a painter goes, freedom is very, very big. Oh, awesome, Mick. Nice. Nice. The stairs are a fucker. Just saying. Stairs are way overrated. An entire week that my stairs in my house were my nemesis. I did one day at the fucking and the stairs fucked me up. And what do you know? For that week, I had so many reasons to go up and down fucking stairs. Aha, that may be the thing that I should have been looking out for. Maybe not. Yeah, it is. So I shall be having a guest soon. So be ready for audio issues. Because they just seem to be rife with me at the moment. Why I've had to change the microphone over, I don't know, into its different setting. Or why I've had to change it back if it's changed for some reason. Fuck knows. Nemesis. Oh, for this one. Possibly a nickname, but not a name. This one doesn't look. Neither of these two look formidable or the type of creature to have the name Nemesis. Don't forget, these are supposed to be playable characters. So if you were pretending to be this, what would you be called? What would you like to be called if you were pretending to be this? Yeah, that's just showing off, Twisted. Pudding. Yeah, that's telling me that I should be having EB join me soon in Video Ninja because he wishes to do something which we'll discuss when he gets here. If he's doing it. Basically, he's got a knife and I'm concerned that there's going to be blood. So hopefully it's not a top down that he's going for where we get to see him chop his finger off. I don't think YouTube would like me to see that. But this, as far as I'm aware, will be him actually building his first ever model. Now, Mick, you never fail, mate. You never fail, never change. God bless you. But I don't think Sparkles will like this nice little young lady to be called Long Schlong. She's laughing about it though, don't worry. But it's a no. that is a no. Regarding names, you don't have to worry about so much. I can always throw something into a name generator and Google just Dungeons and Dragons name generator. It'll ask you for a race. You just say custom and it'll start throwing out all sorts of weird shit. So I can generate names, or I can take them from like Elven and Dwarven and whatever it's closest to. But I can give them little nicknames. So Storm is a possibility one. For the better. Do I? No, but I could nickname one Flap. I've got a bat. that I can nickname Flap. So something Flap something. Everyone calls him Flap, but his real name is blah blah. That's not a bad one.
I like Storm.
Storm? Is that a nickname or a name name?
Name.
Name. You should get the book and write this shit down.
What book?
One moment. Ooh, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Right, put it on there. Back 1 sec. So which one's Storm?
Pink.
Pink one's Storm. Let's look. There should be a pencil somewhere. Find the bit. Yeah, that. Probably that. Find another page if you wish to write about Storm. Because I've got no idea what fucking class she is. Storm at the minute. Okay. Clungezilla? Nope. Tempting, but no.
What is she?
She's a magical creature. I haven't got a fucking clue what half of these things are. There's about 2 that I could tell what they are. That's like the sharks and the rabbit. The rest of them is... it looks kind of like a...
Okay.
So, yeah, the magical creatures. And I'm painting them in colours. Heck, if you can do enough of that, you can DM for it. I can run multiple characters. You know I can do multiple characters in my own head. You heard me talking to myself. Build all the characters. I'll make a party of 4 or 5. Yeah. Or, now that I've got this bloody camera, because obviously I'm zoomed right in at the minute. So it's going nuts with the fucking autofocus. And you can't see the full scale of what the actual camera can see. So to a certain degree, we could always use these on... I could always use these online as well. Which would be interesting. Okay, choosing this as a skin color and not putting enough on was not a good idea. Rain. Yeah. Fungarella? For any of them? No.
No.
Rain spelt with an E. Maybe for the other one.
Maybe. Yeah. I like that.
These are the 2 that are going to go in the water alongside the little blue thing that's in the other cork with sparkles and oak. So these will be going on the blue bases that I hope the sides hold up on. I hope they do. I don't have to rebase those just because it's shit print. I mean, it does kind of. I have no idea. I have not got a clue. They probably will be in Manchester. Whether or not they're doing it specifically around in my area, I don't know. If they don't do it in Manchester, though, I'll be surprised. But they'll have a counter protest going on, which means you'll probably get a lot of the vlogger type, like Charlie Beach and all them, all up there. And I hate Manchester at the best of fucking times. Never mind when there's a bunch of preacher cunts. Fuck that. I'm going to get my shit. I don't want loads of preacher cunts shouting down the fucking street at me. I don't care what you're saying. Either fucking side, both shut the fuck up and get out of my way. I know some people are thinking that's very narrow-minded, but I don't care. I've got shit to do, and I don't give a shit what you've got to do. And at the moment, you're getting in my way. That's actually a fucking violation. You're impeding me and making me feel threatened. All of you. Get arrested. Fuck off. And that makes that easy. And poor Mick only asked if there was protesting near me. Right, yeah. Check the... Aha! Sorry, homie. I don't know why I can't hear you. Copy that. See if I can put you in here and see if it lets me sort it out that way. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Nope.
God damn it.
Have I got my fucking headphones turned down or something?
It'd be kind of funny if you did.
I mean, my little thing is going up and up and da.
Oh yeah. I've got the green from the audio sources going up and down.
Why the fuck you're not coming through to me? I do not know. Now I know why. Try it now, please.
How about can you hear me now?
Fuck me, how stupid am I? Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the eclectic bit. Many of you have seen him before on his own videos. Some people have seen him on mine. And then think, what the fuck's he doing on there? In this case, I believe he's building his first model. You are.
What is this? What is this thing again?
That is a winged prime for a Tyranid army.
Wingardium Leviosa? What? No.
Winged prime. Yeah. Think alien biomorph, but with wings and bigger claws.
I'm gonna say this. Like, this is the only reason why I put this off for so long. Like, I was in Walmart last night, and since I hired an editor and really got back to the grindstone of what works.
Yeah.
Things have been looking up on the channel, but I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and at least get an X-Acto now. And I can at least tell Laz, and maybe a couple days, I'll take him hop up. And I told you this morning, like, good, you're going live with me this afternoon.
Yep, I've got the instructions here on how to do it. That exact model from that exact box. Here you go. Right. So on your little sprue, you should have numbers. Oh, right. Numbers 3 and 4 that look like little pieces. One of them look like a head, and one of them look like a little bit of armor. Really small little fuckers. They'll look something like this.
You mean something like this one?
This
itty bitty piece right here?
You can't see my actual live stream cam. You can only see my face, can't you?
Yeah.
Right. Can you put my thingy up? My live stream, so you can see my what I would put on there.
I'm looking now. Do it again. Jesus Christ.
So the two little itty bitty pieces there.
Let me see number 4.
Right. And before you do this, are you recording?
No.
Why?
Do you want me to?
I was thinking you might want to and go, I tried building a 40k model and give it to your editor and go, right, make something of that. Because I think it'll be funny just because of how you're doing it. And just go, when did you do that? And and you can say it, and then after that, I just please let me have that one little dig.
Right, oh shit, it'll let me. Okay. Oh no, I'm frozen on my OBS, and it's because I can't have, like, I can't be on something else and then try to take and record myself through OBS.
Ah,
yeah.
Right, I got 2. Have you not got more than one camera connected?
Now, if this was like next week, I've got another camera coming in.
Oh, wow!
I'm gonna be once we get fully moved over to the mother-in-law's house. I'm gonna take and be using the same webcam I'm right now, and I've got a Ace Pro 360 Insta that I'm gonna be putting onto the side, so that way I can take and get different angles and like do different things looking at the camera. I've got some ideas. I'm just gonna put that out there. So,
but I'm just looking at my setup and thinking that one of your cameras could probably buy my entire setup, and I've got 2 cameras running. Never mind. I've got one running OBS, one running, and doesn't matter. We'll have a chat about that off screen. Yeah, you're looking for those itty bitty pieces.
oh, hold on.
See how my stream can get derailed? Al, if you're still watching, this shit can happen randomly.
Are those instructions online by chance? Because I can always pull them up online. Okay.
They are Tyrannid Prime from Leviathan box set. Yeah, not like you're not going to derail it completely anyway, because now you're going to ask me questions, and but that way if you can, because you could always join this fight. Oh, you can't because you'll need your phone. Never mind. Anyway, back to Storm. Is this one?
Let's see.
Storm. Yeah. So Tyrannid Prime from Leviathan box set.
All right, I've got some. I just pulled up the instructions for the box set, so I'm going through and finding the Tyrannid Prime. That way, I can.
It should be the first Tyrannid to build, so it should do Space Marines, then it should be the first Tyrannid. At least that's what I think it was. The other page was, and then it went into build all the Space Marines, then build the Tyrannid Prime, then build the Neuroterran. Because that's the one I was using to. Luckily, I had them. I do actually have the video of me building it on somewhere. God knows where it is. I mean, it's on my channel and it's one of my live streams, but good luck getting which one it is. I've got no idea.
There you go, Tyrannid Prime. All right, let me move that up. Move that over. I can.
There we go. And hopefully you're not going to slice any of your fucking fingers off getting those bits out. I do not believe your wife would be too happy if you're not cooking tea and doing things because you got sent to A&E because of building a fucking model.
Oh, hold on. Oh, shit. I dropped them. All right.
Welcome to the harbor.
Hell.
Welcome to the harbor.
Wifey's at Walmart going, which one's blue and what? It's blue and white.
You want blue and white?
Well, you got to do base color, right? You got to take and do a base paint, or do I need to take and do a matte with that and then take and cover it with acrylic? Or does it really fucking matter?
As long as you put something down first. So most
Okay.
people usually just use black or white. Just get a standard. I get the standard black acrylic paint that.
Okay, so this one's showing A2, A1, and it says Tyranid Prime, but
Right, in a little box, it's probably got 2 and 3. Put them together, and then they go with 1. So add 2 and 3 in a little box.
and this is the only one I needed because that's the only one I can find.
Yeah, it's basically you put the body together. You put the head together. Then you put the head in that bit of the body, and then you put both little bits of the body around the big bit of the body.
See, and the other issue is the shit's so small.
And then you put the 2 legs on, and then you put the 2 arms on one side and the 2 arms on the other side, and then you put it on the base.
All right, 10. Okay, now I can read that. 10.
Is 10 a spiky arm thing?
7. Yes. Well, 10 looks like a Reaper's blade almost attached to a fucking arm.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Right, okay, so we're looking at the same ones.
Okay, so 2. All right. I need to cut this one out.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Make sure you've got something well away from your legs to do this with. It's a shame I have not got a wing prime to be able to still put together to help you along with this. To be able to go, right, it's there on the sprue. It's there on the sprue. All mine are put together and partially painted, sadly. And yes, I said partially painted. We have more Tyranids to go, people. Yay.
There's that one. All right. 2. A4, A3. All right. Four.
Oh, you won't be putting some of this shit together before you start cutting shit out, otherwise you'll lose track of what you're doing. So yeah, 4 you get in out, right? Okay. And you've got 2. Where the fuck's 1? Oh, 1's a big fucking bit, isn't it? You don't get 1 till about halfway fucking through. Because Games Workshop is clever like that.
And 3.
Yeah. And that's you built a head. I mean, I believe you have models sent by Jessica. The one from me never got through. That's why you ended up with that one as well. I'm still pissed about you not getting your Toblerone. I mean, I get
4
it
and
back.
3.
Oh yeah, they slot together.
In what fucking way? Wait, hold on.
There should be a little tiny little stump, and they'll have one orientation that it will fit. But the other side of the head should give you an idea. Okay, so that's the base skin color. As I said, I did want it that nice pinkish color. But I do want to be using the very bright pink, so that's going to be the bits in between. Yeah, patience is something that you get with old age. And
speak for yourself.
I've seen you deal with your missus and kids. You've got patience, mate.
All right, this one has 2 holes, but I'm not seeing 2 little things to plug in.
Which one has 2 holes?
I'm seeing. Well, I say that, I don't see how the stumps can fit together like that.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. So yeah, as long as the arm is facing backwards when you attach it to the head, you should be fine. And then when you stick the other pin in that's sticking out the side of his neck, that's the bit that attaches it to the body.
So like that.
I can't see. I'm going to make shit. I'm going to make that damn sight a lot bigger, and that just makes it pixely as hell. Nope, can't see, can't tell. I'm hoping so. Does it look right-ish?
I can't tell. This is my first time doing this shit.
Does it look like? Oh, why the fuck am I doing that?
Yeah, that's not going to help because it's going to look like the same goddamn thing I'm looking at.
Yeah, I know, but does it look like the thing you're fucking looking at?
Kinda. I mean,
Right. So it looks like a kind of queen alien with this crap coming off the back of its face. Yeah. If you were to turn the face and look at you, it'll look kind of like a queen alien now.
a queen alien, bro. It looks. How is that going to look like a queen alien? That's.
Imagine it's not got the big dick up the middle of its face.
Oh, it'll definitely have a big dick up the middle of its fucking face.
Yeah, he's already got one of them. He doesn't need any help. But if you get rid of that for a minute and just think about the armor on the back of its head, does it look kind of like a queen alien?
Sure, I guess.
Yeah, then you've got it about right. There should be another little peg sticking off to the side. That's the bit that sticks into number 2. And it sticks into number 2 right at the very thin bit near the top. Because you've got to stick number 5 through number 1. Or sorry, number 2 through number 1 into number 5. There's a lot of inserting fucking little pegs into fucking even smaller holes in this. It's worrying.
Right.
That's why it's
1
not
in
for
5,
children.
1 in 5. Okay, so yeah, you think?
Yeah, that's why it's not for children. We're inserting big pegs into small holes. And why is it not for children? What the fuck do you think? Kid's gonna hear this, think, what's in a queen alien? Look at queen alien, find out what H.R. Geiger is, and have a fucking meltdown. And I'm gonna get the blame for it.
Hey, the fun part is figuring out exactly where to cut this motherfucker because I don't want to cut off anything that's necessary.
Oh yeah, because it's an easy build model, so you've got stumpy bits that are like, oh fuck, yeah, I need to keep that bit. But I've not sent you an easy model to build, although it is an easy model to build compared to some others. You're not having to sit there with glue and fart around.
Wait. Did you say I sent it's not an easy model to build, even though it's an easy model to build?
Yeah. Out of the
if you were sitting right next to me, this motherfucker would be sticking out of your forehead just for that comment right there. I give you one that's not easy to build, but it's easy.
If I was sitting there right next to you, that fucker would have been built by now, and I'd be going, right, okay, which colors did you want to paint?
Yeah, because you're a pro at this shit.
I built 5 of them. The first one was infuriated, just like you were.
Right, so I'm gonna assume that piece right there isn't something because it don't look like it's all a peg.
Yeah, it doesn't like a peg. You're all right.
We're gonna be talking and using all this language, and people are gonna be thinking we're talking about something we really shouldn't be talking about, especially 2 dudes.
Yep. Oh yeah, I'm aware of this shit. I'm painting this nice bright pink thing onto camera as well. It's not going to help that matter either.
No, not at all. All right.
I can't remember what this one's been called. This one's got a name though. I think it might be Storm. And I don't think it'll be Storm Ferguson. For those true sci-fi geeks out there who know who that is. How well is that?
All right, let me get this thing cut out. I'm just trying not to cut anything off that looks like it might be important.
Yeah. Rules for life, people. Rules for life.
I'm not even going to take and go to what just came to mind with that, but okay.
See, I thought that might go.
Because one of us would get canceled, and You don't have enough to get canceled right now, so.
Now you can claim plausible deniability. There's no name up there tagging you to EB.
It wasn't me. It's
Yeah.
he's a mink. They're all like that.
I was playing the persona. Fuck it. They want to screw you over with legal terms. Use the legal terms to get back at them. Bollocks to them.
Which, when I get over there, I'm gonna wind up bringing myself a notebook or a journal of some sort. I see all these people that take and go from the UK over to the US, and they'll do like the top 10 things that are different about the UK, or that I found different, or top 10 things. And I'm like, just reading through the comments section on my videos, like the one today. Oh, the reason why y'all need all that water is all the preservatives you have in your food. And I'm like, no, it's because it's 85 to 100 goddamn degrees in the middle of town if you go fucking walking anywhere, dum-dum.
Yeah, it's a bit
Like,
warm
we use citric acid and like sodium bicarbonate, which is used in a lot of the foods that are over there, and y'all's like fast meals and shit like that, and your jellies and jams. Like, bro, it's not that. Most people, it's not everyone that eats stuff that's got 1,000 preservatives in it.
Well, no, because there's a lot of people that don't live anywhere near those fucking supermarkets and live much more rurally anyway. And it's much more mom and pop stores that are getting it from very local places.
Well, it's either that or they take and live in food deserts in the middle of the fucking city where they've got to drive 35 minutes or take a bus for an hour and a half to an actual fucking grocery store. They got bodegas and corner shops and stuff like that have foods, but a lot of his boxed meals are fucking fast fucking meals. And it's like, people don't understand a whole lot of shit with this country. Like, as much generalizations as people say Americans make, British people are just as fucking bad, dude.
Oh, don't blame British. He's every fucker. I'll tell you, world's racist. He's great.
I didn't say anything about racist, but y'all got quite a few of those too. I found that out in that cop fucking reaction I took and put out. Holy
every
fuck.
fucker has it. It's great because you've got all the world's going, we're not racist, and then behind everybody else's back they're being racist.
It's always the same ones, and I'm like,
yep.
I didn't know one color had a fucking had the corner market on the market cornered on fucking crime.
Oh no, look at all of it. He's widespread everywhere. He's great. He's fantastic. I want you to all go to shit and just sat there piercing my sides going, ah, told you.
I'm like, bro.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Something tells me I could have taken cut that off. Just
possibly.
That's a little too chunky.
Yeah, if he's very square and it doesn't look like it's gonna fit inside the model, then it's oh yeah, by the way, I've chosen colour for the hood, by the way, people. I've chosen the bright jade. But it's definitely going to take 2 coats to get over this. And I'm not sure how I'm going to highlight it. And what I'm going to do about the eyes on the hoodie. Didn't think that far ahead.
Say what?
I'm just explaining to the other people watching that I didn't think that far ahead of what I'm going to do after I've painted this hoodie green, because I've got to highlight it and things, and it's like, oh, this is a very bright colour to start with in the first fucking place. I've got to make it brighter yet, or at least find a way to dull it down so I can make it back up to this being the brightest colour. So it's definitely going to need a wash. Dirty little fucker.
Let me bring this up.
Not quite a bath, but a wash definitely.
Oh, 5's right there. How about that? That was fucking easy.
See, you've pretty much done the majority of the model now. It's just after you've done this, put this bit with the body, it's just arms and legs. Granted, 2 of those arms have wings attached, but yeah. And they go in stupidly awkward places. Now, all easy build models that aren't dreadnoughts have arms that go in stupidly awkward places. So All models have arms that go in stupidly awkward places. Just at least easy builds, you can just put it in there, and once the peg's gone in, it fucking stays. And you don't have to glue it unless you accidentally cut the peg off, as I found out. Well, I thought you would have recorded it. Thank you, Ali. Keep reminding me. In fact, no, just if I'm smart about this, if we just zoom out a little bit, it actually keeps me on camera. I have upgraded my camera now, by the
I
way.
think I might have accidentally took and cut off something I shouldn't have. There's a little piece right there that looks like I might have shouldn't have. I can't tell though.
Is it on piece number 2?
No, it's on piece number 1. It's this little crook piece right here.
Like
Shit, I didn't realize the little piece that's right there that looks like it might have been something I should have been pushing to something. It's hard to tell when you're trying to cut this shit out though.
No, things slot into piece number 1 or slot through it. So piece number 1 has got no pegs to be pegged onto.
You're doing a whole lot of fucking pegging over there. Does your wife know that shit?
She's gone to bed. She's left us to the pegging and the poles and the holes and everything. She shook her head and walked off. You're thinking, you do this for a fucking hobby? Yeah. I find it therapeutic. It can be, though, in fairness, it can be. Yeah, between me and EB, we could assemble IKEA furniture, not a problem. Because it would have to be in the same fucking room, so would it be able to look at the instructions and talk to each other about the instructions?
I'm just gonna say this. You can say what you want to about it being cathartic or therapeutic. Motherfucker, you smoke weed for a reason.
Yeah, there's nothing to do with this. I don't
Bullshit.
have to. Put it this way. If I wasn't doing this and I had weed, I'd have to go out like every hour. If I'm doing this, I could go like 2 hours, 3 hours, and I'd just be doing this, it'll be fine. This can overtake the craving for nicotine for quite a while as well. But you've got to get to the point where you're doing this bit, which means you've got to put the model together first. And then prime it black or white or whatever colour you're priming it. And then pick the basic colours that you want to do. So what colour is its skin? What colour is its armour? And what colour are the bits that are going to do things damage? And hey presto, you have a painted Tyranid. I mean, to do that, ideally, you would need to do a little bit of colour theory. So, you know, complementary colours and accenting colours and shit like that. Or you could just throw it all out the window and choose purple, yellow, and green like I did. Although technically they are accenting colours if you put it at a triangle. But they're not supposed to be.
Hold on.
IKEA stuff's easy. I've got an IKEA thing there. I put it together pretty much on my own. It's a 2-person job. I think Sparkles might have just helped me hold something in place while I tie it the screw.
Why is fucker, dude?
How to infuriate someone very simply with a kid's toy. This is a kid's toy. This is a little kid's game. Come on. 13-year-olds doing this shit. 13-year-olds doing this shit better than me.
Good for them.
I know the Fury. The Fury is real. Why the fuck won't that fit in that little fucking hole like it says it should? Is that what you want to say?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Be thankful I didn't send you one of the bigger models, something like a Psychophage or something like that. You'd be chucking the legs at the camera just because it's the closest way to throw it at me. Right, so this is going to need a wash. Yeah, Twisty's just put it very nicely there. Putting our battle Barbies together can be frustrating, especially the push fit stuff. But the push fit stuff has the added bonus of it doesn't require glue. That's the only thing that, so it wasn't forcing you to go out and buy plastic glue or super glue. As long as you could remove the bits from the sprue, they will go together. That was the whole point of the push fit one. So now this little fella's looking a little bit better now. Certainly not the black little blob it was a minute ago. That's good. But I do want to use this jade also on this model. But in this case, I want the jade to be the eyes. So this is the fun bit. And this is where I start losing focus because I'm trying to look at a very fine line. And even if I get the distance right, it still goes fucking weird. And sometimes my eyes do the little wobbly thing where they start shaking. And that's not good. Especially when you're trying to paint a fucking model. Which number are you up to now, dude?
God damn it.
I know that's what number you were up to.
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Are you putting the legs on?
Fuck no.
Right.
Bro,
so
I've done taking the fucking first thing apart to make sure I'm putting the motherfucker together right.
Oh, okay. So you're still up to. Right.
Oh, no. All of this, the original first two pieces, I've taken the fuck apart so I can be like, all right, hold on. What the fuck am I doing wrong here? That's what the fuck, that's the point we're at right now.
Right. Okay. So once you've put the head onto part 2,
Wait,
you slot part
Oh,
2 and
oh.
5 together around part 1.
Hold on. Let me make sure I didn't drop something on the fucking floor. God damn it. I swore there was a smaller fucking piece. Now that I don't fucking see. How have you done this for so fucking long? That's my fucking question. How the fuck have you done this for this motherfucking long?
Oh, I don't forget. I get new shit every week.
Yeah.
Whether it be a couple of paints or some new models, I get new shit every week.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the part that's kind of tripping me out right now because there's no fucking way.
Have I posted the pictures of my new shit in your Discord? I don't know if I have, but I've been donated. Since, compared to what you think I've got, double it now with donations and shit. I've got a fortress that's 1 foot high and 2 foot long. It's ridiculous.
What the fuck? Don't tell me I dropped something. Come on now.
Please don't tell me you dropped something around in that day. Again, Twisted saying there he ended up kit bashing his Tyranid Prime because it was
3,
easier than putting it together.
4.
Right,
That's
4, 4
One.
should be attached to 3.
No. I'm just counting the amount of pieces that I've got cut out right now. Not counting like the piece numbers.
That
We're
should
beyond
be
that. We're beyond that silly shit. I'm just trying to make sure all my ducks are in a fucking row in here with me.
This is why you should introduce your friends to the hobby people. Let them experience the pain alongside you. The teenage memories. The last week memories of when you dropped that head and you still can't find it under your fucking desk, even though you cleaned it up. And took a fucking better zoom camera at the fucking thing and still can't find the bastard head. If I get a message from your wife later on saying, "What the fuck have you done to my husband?" I'm not saying a damn thing. I'm blocking her. Okay. Are you ready?
I don't know. Just give me 1 second here. I'm trying to figure shit out. Are you ready?
Now you understand why I'm never ready for a stream. Even when I sit down and press go live, I'm never ready for a stream.
Oh no. I have an excuse. No fucking way you've been doing this this long and you've got the same excuse. No.
Yeah,
It works for me. You've been doing it for years and years. It don't work for you like that.
No, because I've only been doing YouTube for 3 years.
Huh?
I've only been doing YouTube for 3 years.
No. But how long have you been putting together files? Yeah, see.
It'll be 13 years next year.
You're like me. You're disorganized. That's the reason why. That's the reason why you're late to taking. Doing
Oh yeah, I'm highly.
streams.
I was quite literally getting. I was smoking outside before.
The bad thing is, I've got brown fucking carpet, and I've got stuff up underneath. Yeah, so I believe I'm missing a tiny piece.
Which tiny piece? Because you should only have the piece number
One.
4.
Let's see.
Piece number 4 should be
A1
your tiniest piece.
Or A4, A3. That's the one. A4.
Right.
I
Okay.
think.
That's the back of the head. Looking at the model, that can be applied afterwards.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So if you find it, go, oh, there it is, into the back of his head.
I decided, fuck this. I'm gonna take and try it again because I ain't gonna let something kick my ass. I can always just order one. Order another one.
The whole point is I didn't want you to have to go out and buy a fucking model. That's why I sent you one. Because these shit well, not these ones. These ones are much cheaper than Games Workshop ones, but these ones aren't as good as Games Workshop ones.
You've seen me on a stream with alcohol. You know what kind of personality I have with stuff.
Oh, you've been drinking?
No, but what makes you think in any world that I would not take and if it's something that let me make sure I got the right one here. Because these two pieces look the fucking same.
Well, there's 2 arms, there's 2 legs, and there's 2 sides of his body.
Okay, so maybe I got so it's like 2 faces. Like legit looks like 2 fucking faces.
Fucking model are you looking at? He's got a tongue sticking out of his mouth, and he's got a big blade up the center of his head. That's the only faces. Unless you're looking at his rib cage and thinking that's his face.
Maybe that's what it is. 'Cause I don't fucking know.
Because parts 2 and parts 5 are his rib cages. Left and right rib cage. His head goes into part 2. And then when you push part 2 and part 5 together, it kind of locks it in place. And they both do that through a little kind of nookie bit in part 1.
All right, so A4 goes into A3, and I think it's the A4 piece that I'm missing.
Yeah, that'll be like the back of
the
armor at the back of its head.
What the fuck does A2 go into?
Right. Have you plugged A3 into A2 yet?
No, I guess I'll do that now.
Right. So that pins in right near the top of A2. Okay. I'm not even telling you about mold lines or anything at the moment. Fuck that. You'll go nuts with that shit. What the fuck do you even got to do? Nope. I'll just tell you about that, and then you can go and ape shit at me in a message that I can go, yeah, sorry, dude, and mute my phone for half an hour while you continue typing at me and berating me, and then come back and apologize. Because I am not a professional. I have mold lines on my models.
More what on your models?
Doesn't matter. This is already pissing you off enough. It'll piss you off even more if I told you about that. And it's a divisive thing to some degree.
What?
Have you managed to put 3 into 2 yet?
No, I'm trying to figure that out. What?
Right, so right near the top of 2. So there's 2 inserty points on 2. One of them's up near like a shoulder guard on the inside. That's the one it goes into. The one above the pin. Why have I got a feeling this model's coming over in a suitcase and you're just going to throw it at me when you get to my door?
Fuck no, I'm not going to do something like that.
You're like, fuck you, you can fucking build this ferret.
Mate, I'll tell you like this: even if I don't take and get it this go around, and I fuck something up, I will buy another one just so I can take it. I hate shit. That defeats me. I fucking hate it. Like if I feel like that shit's like that pisses me off more than this. Like you should see me working on anything around the house, around the yard. Like shit don't go like it's supposed to the first go around. I start chunking shit. So this is all just normal.
I've just
not so much me being pissed off as much as it's like, what the fuck?
Oh, I know, no, but building the put, especially as Twisted said, the push fit models can be quite infuriating sometimes, especially when that little divot, the only little divot thing that he gives you to do it with, doesn't do what it's supposed to do. His whole purpose is to just go in that little hole, and it's just not doing. No matter how you approach it, no matter how you, no, it just decided it's not having it. You even having to shave it down and everything just to make sure it slides in, and then it's not got the secure fit that it should. I'm hoping that doesn't prove the case with this one, because the Tyranny wing primes seem to have held together all right. Which is why I originally sent a lieutenant, because they were holding together all right.
You also got to remember, this being my first one, it could just be ID10T error. So
it could. Which is, as I said, the first one I sent, which again fucking didn't get through, and it pisses me off, was the Space Marine, and that was much easier because Space Marines are just simple. You can't go wrong with a Space Marine. It's like the vanilla. No worries, Graham. No one says you have to chat. If you sat here just listening to me, that is fine. I think Al said he was using me for ASMR for tonight, because he normally catches my earlier streams. And it's one of the very few times that he catches one of the evening streams. So I'm guessing it's very late for him. So it was yeah, this will do to get me to sleep. And he's not the first person to do that. And I don't believe he will the last either. Although I do need to.
Wait, hold on. I'm a dumbass. I had that piece the whole goddamn time. It was already on.
I did ask you, did it fall off it? Because it's supposed to be, they're already attached.
No, it's yeah.
No worries.
All right. Hold on.
I'm about to, well, not about to, but I'm planning for my first conversion. I just need to find a big enough pair of wings. And then I'm going to make myself an angry run, I think. I don't want to have to use the bear as a proxy.
No, a piece of it took and got stuck in it. Oh my god, are you fucking serious? What if I was trying to take and put this piece in and it
Bent and snapped.
yeah.
Is wifey still at Walmart?
Let me see. Something tells me probably no, but
Quick, get me some super glue. Fuck these pegs, I'll put it in. Right. For a moment, how long have I been going now? An hour and a half. I'm going to have a small cigarette break.
you've been putting up with me for that goddamn long, or you? I was about to say, how long have I been on here with you? Because I don't think I've been on there that long.
About the last half an hour, 5 minutes. I think I'd managed to do the skin tones for this little chappie. So the base tone for his skin and the darker blue and the lighter blue underneath, as well as I've done the hoodie while I've been talking.
You know, seeing the box of this motherfucker. Okay. So, if I'd have had that as a fucking reference.
What, do you mean the picture at the bottom of the page?
No, because this over here looks like absolute ass. Now, I've actually went to Amazon and pulled up a picture of the Tyranids. So, done that.
Right. Good night, Ali.
Now, because it's a little bit fuzzy on my side. But on Amazon, the box itself, looking at
Is it turning?
the way the arms sit and everything.
Yeah, the arms sit above the wings. And so it goes legs, wings, arms. In that order. So yeah. What colour am I going to do? Robes of a water creature. That's pink. Called Storm. Storm. Yellow. Yellow is a good colour. That will be the top. So I can make them possibly look a little bit more like lightning. I am thinking so. Storm. This one.
All right, let me ask you a question. Because wifey, I'm guessing has left because she's not answering.
Okay.
What's the easiest fucking thing to put together, as far as to start with on Warhammer 40K?
Well, the easiest model to go, if I've got to put something together, it would have to be.
That way, someone can get a feel for it.
And you don't want easy build. You just want a standard. What is their easiest model?
What's the easiest thing like this to take and put together? Like, I'm guessing all of them are kind of like this, with the press fit and everything like that. It'd be what? Which I mean, I'll take the gluing as it stands right now. I'm gonna take and get glue to finish this, which is fine with me.
Yeah. Yes, is it picking up now? No. Have I done something on this side? No. My CPU usage has stopped, so I'm guessing it's sorted now.
Yeah, Erica just messaged me. She says, "No, I'm at mom's." I said, "Okay, does Zoe have super glue?" I've made an ID10T error on this thing.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Right, yellow. Although I'm still gonna need a cigarette soon, so I will drop us down. Do you have any particular favorite game style music? I've recently been using Final Fantasy played on an acoustic guitar for.
I love Final Fantasy, so.
Okay, well, I'm going to go for a small break, but while I do, Twisted very kindly made this for me, and you don't get to see it because, well, it's on the OBS side, but I do get to go look at YouTube and put something to listen to. I don't know if you can hear that music.
No.
However, everyone else should now be able to hear that music.
There we go. I've got a drink right right here. So, Dr. Thunder. Yeah. Which I've got. I need to take and get myself a 20 or a 40 pack of waters and some green teas or some shit. We do, but back here at the house, like we basically we don't take and drink the water. We use it for cooking. Like, I don't know why, but I don't like the taste of the water. So yeah. The only way I can hear the music is by unmuting the stream. I can't hear it in OBS. While he's gone, I'm gonna take a look and see what the prices of getting Warhammer 40K miniatures is on Amazon. These I want to take and get. Okay, these are 3 push fit models with paints. They can be here on Saturday. By now. Still there, Twisted? How's everything going for you, man? Yeah, so I actually took and went on Amazon and I took and bought the Warhammer 40K Space Marines and Furnace Marines paint set. Comes with three of the Marines paints. And it's pressed to fit, because this is what I'm thinking, right? This is what I'm thinking, and this is probably easy if you've already put a lot of them together, or at least a little familiar with doing something like that. The instructions that I've got on my side over here, like, because it's not the page itself, everything looks a little fucking blurry. So I'm looking and I'm trying to figure out the orientation of where the shit's supposed to put. Because I've done pulled these fucking pieces apart 3 times. You might have, but I don't know where they're at. Because these actually fell behind my goddamn desk at one point. I had to take and get the fuckers, put them back on my desk. They can find the fucking stand, and I was like, fuck, because I had it over here, and I was like, well, shit. I was like, I need to take, and I just put off getting the shit and put the motherfucker together before I drop. As soon as you sent it, I should have got it. Like, all right, let's fucking do this shit. So Saturday, the Space Marine things are coming in. They're supposed to be in. So if they come in on if they actually get in on Saturday, I'll let you know when they're in. And later that evening or something like that, take and go live, put them together, or maybe first thing Monday, take and go live, and put them together. I'll keep myself down probably, and I'll take and record on my side, so I can be like, first time putting together Warhammer 40K, and I'll just.
That will be bringing guest 1 and guest me back so we can actually talk. Good evening and welcome back, everybody. We're back to me and EB. Well, me painting it and EB thinking, you're on something, fuck this shit. I'm just going to get the easier shit with some paint.
Now, looking at the box, right? Because I could have bought the Tyranid Prime for fucking.
Well, the Tyranid Prime comes in a starter set, so the smallest starter set you will get a Tyranid Prime in.
But through eBay, like I seen, where'd it go?
It shouldn't be more than $8. It's more than $8 of ripping you off.
Oh, I'll send you the link to what it does. Copy.
No, my computer's gonna crash. Come
on. Link. There we go. So that's what I found. Tyranid Prime.
Where have you sent? How have you sent me the link?
Through Facebook from Amazon Prime.
Okay. So I'll keep that bit off camera for now until I open the link. No, open the link. Fuck no. I'm gonna move you out of the way so people don't see that. Holy motherfucker! Right, even it's backwards. I'm gonna read it out for you. $46.90 for a Tyranid Prime. For a Tyranid Prime, I spent £15. I got 5 of the fuckers. And 5 captains in Terminator armor.
What's the name of that magazine thing that you're taking to get that includes all these fucking things?
Combat Patrol. Hachette Part Works. Combat Patrol. And I'm getting the Tyranid. I got the Tyranid Combat Patrol with an extra model called the Parasite of Mortrex. I got the Space Marine Combat Patrol with an extra model, which was the Chaplain on a bike. I'm getting the old World Eater Combat Patrol with the addition of a Hellbrute. Oh no, with the addition of a Mauler / Forge Fiend. I'm getting the old Chaos Space Marine Combat Patrol, which with the addition of some Terminators, I believe. I don't know what the addition is for the Votan Combat Patrol. I'm getting an Arc Combat Patrol with a Boom Daka Snazwagon, I believe, as the additional model. And I'm not sure what the additional model is from the Gene Stealer cults either. Or from the... Oh, wait a minute. It's the heavy weapons... Or the really heavy weapon team for the Imperial Guard. But issue 1 is ridiculously cheap, and you get a Wing Prime and a Terminator Captain. I have the Terminator Captain. I have 3 of them behind me waiting for conversion. Just that I put the Wing Primes together so I can use them as warriors with melee weapons.
Standard subscription, $14.99 per issue.
So that's
4 issues a month. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's an issue a week, and there's 80 odd issues. And there's a premium subscription as well, so you can get an extra shit. That costs you about an extra $5 some issue.
It'd be $17.99 an issue. 4 issues a month. Let's see, 4 free kits, 1 free issue, plus 4 premium, plus my 4 premium kits. What the fuck?
Yeah, so in them premium kits, you'll get 2 models that go with the armies. So with the Space Marine, I think you get... Graham, is it a Brutalis Dreadnought that you get with a premium kit for the Space Marines?
I'm gonna bookmark this for the moment.
And you get a winged Hive Tyrant or a normal Hive Tyrant for the Tyranids. Hive Tyrant I do not have, and I do want.
And when my Patreon money comes in, I'll take and do that.
You've just got pissed off.
It's not bad. I mean, $17.99. You get, an issue and a fucking model a week. I mean,
well, you don't get a model every week. Sometimes they'll split it over 2 weeks, and sometimes they'll give you paints.
But still, even so, taking and getting free models.
Yeah, you do get a fair amount of models. I've got to say, there's no terrain in this one, so it is models and paints. It's just all different armies, but it does give you ways to play those armies as well, all against each other in different scenarios and things. So it lets you play the game. Not full
I'm not
game.
I'm not hurting for any 20-sided dice. That's for damn sure.
You don't need any 20-sided dice. It's all D6.
Oh shit! I've got plenty of those motherfuckers too. Ezra sent me a fucking shit ton, and I've still got every one of them motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's all D6 with Warhammer. So it's no 20-sided needed at all. It's just finding ways to get around the faff. So being able to speed roll because you've got different colored dice is helpful. Knowing your shit and your opponent's shit, so you can help them, so they're not faffing, helps.
Wait, the Devil Wears Prada drummer died?
Where right. Oh, Graham's hit the sack, so he's not going to answer.
Oh, that's the plane crash that was earlier today.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Right. News brought to you by the Eclectic Beard. Go ahead.
No, that's actually brought to you by Mick T, because he said in the chat, rip Dave Shapiro and Dave Williams.
Dave Shapiro.
Yeah, Dave Shapiro, which one of them is let's see. Yeah, Daniel Williams is the drummer. And I guess Dave Shapiro is the oh wow, Velocity Records owner.
Oh shit!
Right.
Oh, now questions arising. Obviously, with the Diddy trials and shit going on, record people going boom boom. Ooh, what the fuck's going on?
Mm-hmm.
It is not a good time to be certain people in certain industries, by the looks of it.
Yeah, and I hadn't even been trying to keep up so too much with the Diddy trial because I'm not sure I want to take and know what kind of crazy shit that fucker was up to and who was involved. Because
Nope, no, thank you. Don't care. Is he getting done for it? Has he done bad shit? Yeah. Is he?
that's all I care to know. The one thing I have seen is a lot of people are like, oh, Cassie was complicit. I'm like, bro, she was signed to a 10-year deal or a 10-record deal and got one record out of it, and then proceeded to be used and abused by him for freak offs and acquiring stuff for freak offs and all kind of shit. So no, she was abused. Like,
Yeah.
somebody that's in power, that has power over them, they're going to be less likely to go against the grain because they're afraid of shit. Like, that's kind of how abuse works.
But yeah, some people don't think that way. Some people just think, well, you must have known about it, so you're just as bad. Well, I would have said, but I was scared that if I would have gone anywhere near something, one of these guys was just going to walk up behind me and go, did it in the back of my head, and I wouldn't have said anything. I just would have been another victim. Already a victim, but a victim of something else. Plus, how much was he threatening people with? How much did he know on people? Obviously, the friends, families, all sorts of fucking shit that could be taken into account. That dude had a long fucking reach. And yes, that is fun to say, twisted. Boom, Daka Snazwagon. Just the words themselves are fun. Well, I'm looking for a green and I can't find it. Have I put it back on the trays with all the others? Because I'm a fucking idiot.
Goddamn, I'm 25 away from 118,000. Shit.
Ooh, nice. Let's have a look.
You know, if I would have ran like a channel like every year, I would be a lot further along. At this point. Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
What guard have I got? What Eldar have I got?
You know, I still need to take and finish the Warhammer 40k reaction stuff.
Yes, you do. I think there has actually been a redo of them, actually. So he's redone them to update them for more modern times. So
Yeah, I'm not going back through the first bit again. I've got to take a look at the second one, though. I'll go with the original. Like, I'll take and go up to the. I'll take and figure out the updated lore once I get done reacting to the original lore, or at least the lore that he gives.
Yeah, just the basics.
Rocky or whatever, I think is the channel.
Bricky's Guides
Bricky's,
40k.
yeah.
In fairness, he's probably the best ones, despite the fact that I don't like much of his other stuff. He's done that probably the best that I've seen so far. So can't really complain and bitch about it because he did it good. But I don't like some of his other stuff. He's not my
cup of tea.
Yeah. He's definitely. I don't use this term derogatory because both of us are actually on it and doing it, but he's definitely a YouTuber influency typey person, and it's like, no, don't just be you. Be you. Don't try and be a false. He just, the other shit I've seen just doesn't quite seem as. Yeah, everything's scripted. None of it's real, and I'm not a fan of that. Even his life stuff seems pretty much just scripted to the point where it's self-endorsement. But that's just the bits I've seen. I might be completely wrong, and I might have just seen the wrong videos. Make your own judgments, people. If you want to check him out, check him out. Just.
What the fuck? Oh shit.
So are you trying to actually make some space, realizing how much room you might need for this shit?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, to be fair, I do have a whole ass printer that I can put off on the floor, and I've got to keep my desk whiskies. So there's that. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to once we take and get my mom's house completely. And the only reason why our house is kind of falling apart, I've replaced the floors in this thing like 4 times. Like the majority of the floor has been replaced in here at least 3 to 4 times. And
right.
So she's inheriting her mama's house anyway, so we're gonna take and we're gonna help her and shit like that, move in with her. But I'm gonna do something different, I think, for the background over there. And I think I'm gonna try to put some more stuff in view than just a fucking green screen. Because I might try to move that to the wall and have new camera to where I could be up and taking and giving a little bit of a diatribe that I can add to a reaction or something like I've got all kind of ideas. Yeah, I think.
But it all starts with more space.
Yeah, I didn't even finish this one, and I've already ordered another fucking set of shit. So, fuck you, Laz. Fuck you.
You'll get the chance when you're over here, but it'll cost you a lot of drinks.
No, not like that. Jesus. Buy your wife the strap on so she can do it for me.
Oh no, she doesn't need one of them. She's quite happy with the performances. Although, wait a minute, when are you coming over? You're coming over this year, aren't you? Yeah. She won't officially be my wife then. That's not until next year.
Yeah. At which point I'm gonna have to make a return trip. So.
Well, we have actually asked that are we allowed a slight little bit of leeway with guests, so if 1 or 2 people that we didn't think would be able to make it turn up, would be all right? And they said, yeah, as long as you don't go overboard. So it's like, because when you said October, I thought, right, last time you said October, it didn't happen. But if you're planning for this October, it might happen by next October. That means you might actually be here when that happens. So.
Well, as it stands right now, I'm waiting on the tracking information for the birth certificate. Tuesday, I plan on taking a trip up to Social Security Administration because I tried doing that shit online, so that way I can go ahead and have both those balls rolling. So within the next couple days or a week, I get both of them in, start the passport process completely, and get an appointment set up. But Social Security Administration online did not like my phone number. We cannot find you associated with this number. And I'm like, you motherfuckers, like, what the hell? So
What do you mean the very number that you just phoned me back on?
I'm like, all right, well, whatever. So I'm gonna have to take and go up to the Social Security Administration office here in Charleston. Actually, go up there and get that done. And
although I had to do pretty much the same for mine when I got my first one. I had to go all the way up to fucking Salford Keys, which is not where you would think it is if you know where Salford is. It's weird. But I had to go up there and then find some weird industrial state and then find out I'd gone the wrong way to find this little fucking porter cabin thing for somebody to interview me for 5 minutes for us to have a chat about where I was going on holiday. That was it. And it was like, well, it was a waste of fucking time, wasn't it? You asked me to bring all this shit, didn't even ask me for it, just chatted me where I was going on holiday, and then was like, right, done. Fucking asses. But yeah, I got my passport. In fact, I think I might need to renew that soon.
So I'm hoping by the time whenever the YouTube money comes in next month, I'll take and either have already done the application stuff. I'm either waiting for the booklet to come in, which I'm going to pay the expedited price on it,
Here's
which
a
is like
question.
$120.
Do
But
you know, with your photograph for your passport, do you have to get it signed by an official?
don't know. I guess I'll find all that shit out.
Because it is one of the things we have to do, and we used to be able to get it done by our doctors at one point, and then our doctors stopped, or some doctors stopped. So, unless you know somebody like a lawyer or an MP or somebody of substantial standing within the community,
Oh, I can actually take and do passport photos at UPS store, Walgreens, Walmart, CVS, FedEx, post offices.
oh no,
So
that's getting
apparently
the
they
photo
take your
done.
photos. Huh?
That's getting your photo done.
Yeah.
Is to get it verified that that is who you are. Somebody's willing to go, yes, that is him, and put their name to that photo to clarify that that is you. Because that is something we have to do over here, and I'm just wondering if you have to do the same.
Let's see.
Oh.
To get ours verified, submit one color photo. Submit a recent photo taken in the last 6 months. Use a clear image of your face. Do not change your photo using computer software. Phone apps or filters are artificial intelligence. Directly face the camera without tilting your head. Take off your sunglasses for your photo. Use a white or off-white background without shadows or textures. Let's see. Yeah, so basically that's it.
Oh, it's not simpler than ours, then that's not too bad.
So, but I'm gonna try to take and get all of that taken care of. Like I'll get the photo taken done or taken, and then try to take and do the whole passport package all in one fucking go, and set up the appointment for it and all that happy fun horse shit.
And the first thing you're looking to do is come over and work for a pit crew.
Yeah. Which I might not do that. I might just take and come straight over. The only problem is, and the reason why I'm like, all right, so if I shoot for this date right here, I'll be able to take and I'll be hanging out. I'll be able to take and hang out with David. I'll be able to take and see the Isle of Man, and I want to take and go for the 2026 Isle of Man. He said it's better to take and come the first go around for the Manx, so that way I can get a little bit lay of the land and see how things are. Because for the TT itself, things are a lot more hectic. There's a lot more fucking people apparently too. So
yeah,
he's like, if you get over here, then he said, because he said if not, he said I might take and try to finagle some things, because after that's done, he's going to be pretty well swamped with work trying to take and get things caught up and stuff like that. So I was like, well, but if I don't, I'll wind up trying to take and work some in so I can spend a day with him or something like that. I've just done them for so fucking long. But
I'm guessing he at least doesn't work Sunday, so you at least get one of them.
Yeah. At least work a month, or at least be over there a month, 2.5. And which I'm sure once I'm over there and try to sweet talk the wife, I'm able to take and stay a little bit longer. But at least for a month, at least 2.5 weeks over there, I do want to take and see some of the Netherlands before I come back home, just cause the simple fact of I'm that fucking close. And hell, my understanding is I could take a train from fucking London to damn
Paris.
Yep. Like, and I could do a day trip of doing that. Take and spend a night in Paris and just kind of look, not trying to take and see all the fucking sights. Just be like, oh, this is pretty. I've had a baguette. I'm going to fuck back to England.
Well, when we did it, we set off from our house to Manchester train station at about 5:30 in the morning. Got a train from Manchester to London. Then got a train then had to get the train from London to Paris. We was in France, in Disneyland, but we was there by 12 o'clock.
It's not too bad.
So we traveled pretty much from Manchester to London, London to Paris, all on train, except for a small section of walking, and 6 hours, and a lot of it was waiting. So it's not too bad at all. You can quite easily get from London to France very quickly. It's probably quicker going by train than it is by fucking flying. In fairness, because as
Yeah,
soon
what's
as you
the
get off that last station in England, it's just under the Channel Tunnel. Fuck off! There's no more stops until you're in France. It just goes, and it
and
goes at the
see,
speed of a train.
I might even say the Netherlands for a different. The only I ain't even gonna lie. The reason I want to go to Netherlands, other than take and see some pretty flowers and the windmills, is they got fucking weed at the fucking coffee shops. Like I'm not even gonna fucking bullshit with you. So
Oh, actually, while I remember, I have confirmed with Sparkles, as she is known on this channel, that you are the one person that I'm allowed to offer our sofa out to. So,
oh, well, thank you.
yeah. Joey, sorry, mate. Nope. Blake, you're paying for a B&B, mate. Daniel, I might be able to sweet talk her into it if you come over with, like, Alexander or something. Just say, look, there's a little kid, he'll stay with Christy, little mini Laz, and yeah. But yeah, you're the one who's like, Alan can stay on the couch, right? It's like, yeah. Sweet, thank you. Just clarifying because he's still looking to come over. I just wanted to make sure that offer was still extended. So yes, there is a sofa available for you in Manchester if you need one. I don't have a bedroom. I've got 3 fucking kids. Bedroom stuff is a no-go.
Dude, I've slept on couches and air mattresses and futons and recliners. So like I'm used to sleeping in any kind of position, really. Now I see Twister talking about having to get I do have to get a real ID.
Right, so you get a driving license, haven't you?
Yeah.
So there you go.
But the real ID is it's needed to take and fly domestically. So if I take and fly from here to New York, I need to have a real ID for that. I don't know why. It's stupid, but whatever.
Kind of. It's just to make sure you know who's getting on and off the planes. I'm assuming more than anything else, because even though you're flying domestically, for everybody else that would be internationally.
Let's see.
So from you to New York is how many 100 miles or 1,000?
I don't think it's quite that much.
It's definitely hundreds of miles. Definitely,
Oh yeah,
without a shadow of a doubt. It has the potential to be thousands.
let's see. 757 miles from Charleston to New York City.
Okay, 757 miles from Charleston to New York City, and you're not leaving the country. Okay, than that. Five passengers are not traveling internationally. Covering body purposes.
I mean,
Tornadoes are going up and down the fucking sky.
oh, Are you fucking serious?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I've lost something. What?
That
Have I got to
motherfucker's
close the
problem.
window? I might have broke something. Never mind. Pretend it's not happened. Shh. What, they told you there's like $948 in import tax on that thing you just ordered.
Oh no. I'll tell you after we get off of here.
Okay. Well, how long is it now? What be 2 weeks longer? There's some things I wish to contemplate about before doing. So we start nice yellow, and then dry brush it again with white over the top to get Storm going nice. And it's not showing the yellow, it's too fucking bright on the camera. But she's slowly getting there. At least the base colours are in. And we do not have a name for this one yet. Could do with picking a colour for her braids. His braids or his ears. What the heck? What? Why has he got something coming out the side of his head? I don't like it when they've got things coming out the side of the head that are spotlight. Especially not things that I have to then paint a colour that I used fucking ages ago. And that bit could do with the going over again. That's that bit. And that bit. Right. I did pull out a wash, which I wish to try now on that hoodie. So that hoodie's looking a bit flat. Now, technically, this says this is Colia green shade. But again, whoever names these fuckers is colorblind. That's fucking blue. Call it whatever fucking green shade you want. It's blue. I think what washes is you've got to apply them quite liberally, then fucking clean them up afterwards. Not too much in some places, but you want to make sure you get enough in others so that the creases show up. And you want to get anything else that's that shade as well, just to make sure you can blend it all in. And you don't end up with horrible lines down it where you've not got any wash. So it's dried wrong. We will come back over it anyway with another going over of the jade just to bring the higher edges up, but still get it all covered first. So then the cloak's going to look a little bit nicer.
All right, I'm gonna hop off of here. I'm gonna take her back up there with the wife because she's.
Is she back now?
Yeah.
No worries.
And I'll let you know Saturday whenever it comes in.
Well, I was going to say, I'll send you a message once I've finished on here if you want, and you can tell me, we can have a chat about that thing that you was on about, that you said.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll let you know when I finish, and then, yeah. If it's not convenient, we'll just chat tomorrow. If not, then we'll have a chat in a bit.
All right, homie.
Thank you very much for coming up and gracing us with your presence, ladies and gentlemen. The Eclectic Beard, the legend that he is. Yeah, well,
Anyways.
no offense.
Later, homie. Later, chat.
No worries, man. See you later. And thank you very much for the Eclectic Beard for showing up. So yeah, I'm quite compared to right. So these are the three that I've done so far. So we have Sparkles and Oak, which I do need to try and go around their eyes, and we have the little yellow and blue thing. That is the other water creature, and now we have. So it's more comparing to Sparkles and Oak, aren't we? So let's try and turn them around a bit so we can. So do they stand out enough? I mean, it's very similar. We're using a lot of greens. Obviously, Storm is going to stand out quite a lot against them. But I'm thinking similar clothing to the more brown. So I think it's Oak. Similar clothing down here. Or at least browning the straps off and some of the leggings, and then possibly metallics, which might not be a good thing for somebody called Storm who looks like they're going to be using electricity. But yes, possibly metallics for the undershirts, because it does look like chainmail, and there are a lot of leaves that are being used as covers and straps. So the bag on the back here, if it'll zoom in, you can see it's a little leaf on the back there on top. That bit. If I can, there we go. Thank you very much, Twisted. So I'm going to have to pick a green out for that. Now, I don't want it to be the bright green that Sparkles and Oak are, but I don't know if the leaf green that I've used on the ears will be overkill with it being on top of the head as well and on the backpack. So we'll have to see. I'm going to see if I can do a potion effects again on the little gourd on the side. And trouser colour. Trouser colour. I might have to find my fluorescent pink. I know it's a bit overkill on pink, but I might have to find my fluorescent pink and do the trousers pink. Now, obviously, the top of this will eventually be getting a wash, so it is more clawy, bony. In fact, do I have the sufficient? Normal washes are over there. All my washes are over there. So no, I don't have it to hand. I only got one wash out, which was the. Yeah. If you can read backwards, it's that one. And I can't pronounce it. It's Colia. As far as I can see, it's Colia shade. That's it. So I do like Stegadon scale blue. Stegadon scale blue. That is not green. I don't care what fucking name you put there. That is blue. That one I've yet to try. So Incubus Darkness, I'm not sure of, but it's called Incubus Darkness. So yeah, who knows? In fact, is there anything on there that Incubi Darkness might be good on? No, not on this case. Incubi Darkness is what I'm going to use on the other two shark dudes, which are the bouncers for the bar. Woohoo! Okay, so that's as far as we've got on the magical world of Sparkles and Oak this evening. I say that. I'm just gonna, because as much as that wash is nice, I do want to brighten up some areas still. I hate this part. I really hate this part. This is possibly the worst part of doing it because you can really fuck up a model like this. I mean, really fuck up a model. Once you've done the washing and you're coming back to do a highlight or an edge, you can accidentally just paint in everything you just fucking washed and have to start again. But obviously I want some of the higher areas to be much brighter than much of the lower areas. But I want to keep some of that nice dark recessing in there. So some areas I'm just going to brighten up slightly just to try and help it look nice and clean it up. The top areas of the cuffs. And just the very peaks and centers of the cloak. Let's see how that looks. That's looking a little bit better. I could do with trying to not quite hard line that as much. That is very hard line. There we go. That should be a bit better now. Oh, I'm not liking that line either. Let's see if I can feather that one out a bit more. I don't want to kill the wash, but I don't want to kill the color either. There we go. That line's not as hard anymore on the back there. Now I am struggling for a pink wash, so I'm not sure what to do with this little fucker, because there are a lot of wrinkles down the end of the tail and there's a lot of little bits in the face. Pardon me. Now I do have a red wash, which it is possible for me to use, but I'm not sure. I'm thinking a purple might work better. And then come back in with the pink after. Should I do it now before I come in and do the others? That is a good point. Oh, that reminds me. Now I don't have a... No. Sorry about that moment for a second. There's been quite a few things I've been on recently, and I would like let's see if we can carry on for a bit longer. A little bit more tranquil of the music. While I try and figure out where the fuck my paints are. So I'm going to need a red wash or a purple wash. I'm going to need my Agrax Earthshade. And I'm going to need to use Ivory first. Now, I'm not sure how loud this is for everyone else. If it's too loud, please let me know and I will turn it down in the mix. I've started this part so many times. I don't mean the model, I mean this part of what you're listening to. Remember when its tail's up, don't attack it. And when the tail's up, do not attack it. Because it's going to use his beam at you. Although you should have enough grenades on you at the start to kick crap out of it until you get to use your special move, which is of course costs something specific in those. Thank you very much. Have we guessed what game it is yet? Definitely an iconic theme tune for anyone who was around for that time. Aha, that's the gold I used to. I knew it was there somewhere. It is a Final Fantasy. I being the uber geek I am, I was wondering if anyone could give me the number. And I wouldn't be asking for the number unless I thought it was an easy number to guess. But yes, you are right with Final Fantasy. In this case, it is 7. I'm definitely gonna have to remember to start tagging this guy in because I'm being used a lot. Mainly because he does music I like. Particular game music. I'll have to see if he's done the Xenogears tracks. Tifa's Bar. This has to be Tifa's Bar. I'm gonna go check. Yeah. I'll Tifa's theme anyway. Oh god, I'm geek at that. The Final Fantasy music itself is just astounding. It is really well done. It is beautiful music. So many times I've fallen asleep on world maps only to wake up to the end "You've died" screen. Dun, 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 dun. I believe you will be touching up along this more than I will, Twisted. So I will leave most of this to you. But after talking to the one of the mutual YouTubers that we both know, and we both go to for advice, game music is quite a good way to not so much bypass copyright, but have more chance of avoiding strikes, especially if you go down the route of not originals. So in this case, an acoustic guitar I know would work well with this. So looking for these acoustic guitar versions just makes it easier, and I still get the pleasant music. I still get the benefit from music. I still get a nice music that I recognise and that I would what I want. Okay, now for the scary bit. As I said, I do have something else I wish to use tonight, which are manga twin tip pens. And I want to try these because I wish to get the black and the fine and see if I can go around eyes and clean them up. This carrot, if I know this is underground. So it is possible to go around the eyes and draw the mouth in as well. So I like that. Of focus. It even works quite well on the creases of the. You see in here? I've just done those with the pen. And it seems to have worked quite well with the creases as well. It is difficult to find a couple of hours worth of music, I've got to say. If you are looking for hours worth. But if you can put a decent enough playlist together and you're on YouTube Premium, you won't get ads that way, then you can mount up an easy enough playlist. Oh, Shinra. I wonder if a lighter grey would work as a high as. Oh, I know what I felt a minute ago. It was the lid. Found it. Oh, I'll go back and do sparkles milk. Mind you out of the way for a moment. And I also wish to get oh, under there. So that way I can define the mouths a little bit easier as well. Even eyelashes. Awesome. This is a battle music. That's much better for the eyes. That is much better. Okay. Now, for this little fucker, I don't so much want to do his eyes, I more want to do his gills. His eyes want to still be glowing. Have that little white part coming off it. But I'm definitely taking advantage of the fact that I've just found this new wonder tool called a manga pen. Or a manga brush pen thing. Manga marker, whatever you want to call it, is awesome. Makes fine detail work really easy. Where did that the best of the night I can remember? Right, I want to show what I do. I want to see if I can use a lighter grey with a thicker side and it kind of blend it a little. And I just want to darken in the where the folds are. It's not much, but it's a little too sort of for my liking. Maybe if I was to darken the grey. Let's go with this one. Brush side, please. Just so I'm getting a darker tone in there rather than the. Oh, do like it over that though. Actually, using that as a wash is quite nice. So using a grey manga pen as a wash seems to be working. It's almost like a thinned out Noel Nile. Yes, we have pretzels in England. Of course we do, Joey. Ours might be covered in chocolate, but yes, we have. Silly question. And yes, they will probably be served in the stadium when you go over to see. We'll put the pen lid around the other way around. So if that's going to work as kind of a wash, what happens if I paint it over with a absolutely wrong with it? We're finally getting something off it, but not the effect that I would want. Just kind of tinting it a little. So it's gone from ivory to a slightly, yeah, I think we're picking it up. I'm not right-handed. So, yeah. I've got a wrong facing camera at the moment because I've upgraded my filming on my camera equipment, and now it's flipped the fucking screen on me. Don't ask me why. Okay, so we have skin colours, we have basic colour tones done for Storm now, and yet to be named. But they will go nicely with Sparkles Oak, and also yet to be named Little Familiar, who is actually Sparks Familiar. Storm Familiar. So Storm Familiar, which is this little blue guy. Ah. So he'll be, in fact, I'll put them together because they can be one project, seeing as they are Master and Serpent. So yeah, those two will be going together as a little partnership. So that should be nice. Duke's left on his own though. So they're the three water creatures, and we have Sparkles and Oak well on the way to being done. We're coming up to the 3-hour mark now, so I will start calming it down, filling it out. As who's bringing us out? It's been about 13 minutes to bring us out. Over are certain pieces that I don't think he'll be able to do on a guitar. Oh yes, he cannot do Panic Wolving Angel on a guitar, sadly. But next week we'll finish off Storm, and hopefully we'll have a name for people. And it's mostly Storm's clothing and a few touch-ups on Mr. We don't know the name of yet. Thank you very much for joining me. Twisted, Joey, thank you very much. Mick T, PB, obviously we had a guest, Ali, Graham, Al, who caught one of my later ones. Thank you very much. Who else was there? Twisted, obviously Buzzard, Graham, Lee. Have I missed anyone? If I've missed anyone, I'm sorry, but thank you everybody for coming to join me. Drive safe. If you're driving, sleep well. If you're going to sleep, have a good night and see you later.